Really.
We can confirm that. And then, about weeks ago,
Yeah.
Davido signed a new artist, and he just signed
Yeah.
another artist here. But
Yeah.
let's talk about Toye. Toye made a tweet, and he's like, "Oh, barely, few times after Davido announced me, niggas started insulting me and stuff." And I'm like, I was looking at that shit. I'm like, are we beginning to enter the era of inheriting beef?
See, it's like what the scripture says: the sins of the fathers will visit upon the children.
Hey, which things you can't visit like this?
So I mean, if I'm your friend, and which is almost typical how people roll these days, I'm your friend, and I tell you, sugar, those people, I don't like them. There's a tendency for you not to like them.
Yeah.
That's how the human mind works. It's almost instantaneously you are grabbing it to say, "Oh, ma, this person are tifo," and you never really encountered the person before, but you
Yeah.
already have an opinion about them. So I feel like the beef is on. There's no love between Whiskey Burner and Davido. Everybody's just like doing their stuff and being on their own, which is good, But at the end of the day, Toye has to deal with that. He has to understand. In fact, he knows this. He understands now that he is now a 30 BG guy.
Yeah.
If you were not a 30 BG guy before, and you're not new to the beef now. You know, say you know the 30 BG and
exactly.
So Kilode, why are you shouting?
But that's exactly what that was.
Why
It
is it so-
necessary for him to come
Of
and
course, it's not.
say.
You are just starting your career. You won't kill him before
I
you
was
start.
going to say
Fairly
that
catchy.
because the fact that
No need for that.
the fact that you are 30 BG, Davido has signed, doesn't mean that you are immune to losing a career that's not even started.
The moment you decide to even be a public figure, your life is not yours anymore. Your life is subject to criticism, is subject to scrutiny,
definitely.
because now you put your life out there. Now what people they see, they go talk. As a new signee, just keep your mouth shut. Let your music do the talking.
Exactly.
Let your music do the talking. Which one be say, yeah, the money,
They say you're gonna learn.
Which
I
one
say,
you are
eh?
Which one be that one?
School teacher, lecturer, you are gonna learn. Where you gonna learn?
Lady, you don't want to play.
You gonna learn.
Now, he better actually drop good records. Right now, he has put so much pressure on himself because now he has to now over deliver. Because if you under deliver,
you saw the performance video he posted now after Davido announced.
I have no words to describe it.
And the comment was wild. Wait, I felt like crying for him because I'm like, okay, they with their core fans, they're saying this guy is actually good. But I was watching and listening, and I'm like, okay, well, at what point
It's
are you
not
going to
hitting you.
convince
It's not
us?
reaching you, yeah?
Like, at what point are you going to convince? They used to say, "Oh, Davido is not talented. Is not. It doesn't know how to sing." But then you see, watching that one and then looking at Davido, I'm like, "Oh, Davido is actually better than." Like what I had already said, yeah. I just feel like he's put so much pressure on himself now. I was like,
no need for that.
The FCs will be there to actually.
No need for that.
They have the baton on them. Like you do anything like this.
You just put yourself,
You
under
just feel yourself, like, honestly.
Don't do that, bro. Toye, Mashiba, don't do that. Don't do
definitely, we all know that you are 30 BG now. Yes, it is even
Officially.
it even makes sense. Let's be honest. It makes sense that you have to inherit the beef.
Yeah.
You don't go in proper way.
Yeah.
No feed they talk say, "Oh, I'm 30 BG, but these people never offend me directly, so I have to be with them." No, but coming out to now, be right, because maybe he was thinking that as he hasn't write that tweet, people no go decode say, "Nah, people wait they follow talk with that." But then we really just hope that he steps down on that, because if your name gets bigger than this and you still keep towing that part, Toye, don't tow that part.
Okay, you heard that?
Please don't. Now, moving on, we have, but still talking about the signing. Davido has recently just signed another artist, and then this artist seems to have like a different sound.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is it? Will I say Jamaica? Like,
sounds like a patola reggae and all that
like
stuff.
those. I'm like,
what's his name? Mighty Youth or something?
Yeah, Mighty You. I'm like, this is actually nice. But then I wanted to know your opinion on this. Do you think Davido is actually signing these people? Like, I know that he's signing, yeah. But if we're going to be very literal about it, do you think he's signing them or he's just giving them a platform? Like, she gets
platform, signing, everything. Davido is getting it right because, like I said yesterday, right now the music is shifting, the sound is shifting. There are people touching base with different genres, and the youngins are the ones actually championing the cause for the new sound. It's a new movement, of course. Like I said, with somebody like Rema heralding that, So at the end of the day, when you look at these things, you have to actually say, okay, from a business standpoint, DMW 2.0, which artists do I have to put on the roster that's actually going to deliver the future for this record label? And when you look at some of these guys, Gen Z attitude, all them, even they call them, they get one way they call them T vibe and all that, wearing baggy
Yeah.
jeans, crop top, and
Even though that they change that
I'm too OG for
so
that. But anyways, I feel like right now it's a step in the right direction, and all the artists that are going to be signed on that DMW 2.0 will not get it right. Maybe everybody go bop,
Definitely.
but at least
Even
when you dey play what do they call Ludo, that 2-6 you dey look for. Nine be your major target. You go still get 5, you go get 4, you go get 3, you go get 2. But until one day, that 2-6 go enter, you go enter house. So that's like David is actually trying as much as possible to put all these cards on the table.
Yeah.
Remember, I will always refer to the Breakfast Club interview where he said, see, listen, guys, this big three conversation, it's bigger than us, though. This movement is bigger than us. There are young people who are actually being very, very, very audacious with their music right now, being very vocal, being very bold.
Yeah.
And these guys are coming to take over, and they are the next gen. So he has accepted it. And for him to be a part of the successes that the next gen will actually, bring to the table, he has to actually invest. It's an investment.
Yes, I was going to talk about that.
So right, he's doing it right. I heard the snippet. I think I even listened to a part of the song from the guy, and I like
Paradise.
And it sounds really good.
Really good, actually.
I love the first
difference
listen.
in the sound.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is something different too.
Very different, So I mean, big ups to David.
Yeah, but it actually takes time for something different to stand its ground, like own its space.
Yeah.
That I'm going to cite an example. I think she's changed her name, but she used to be Lifestyle Steady. This babe that signed to Maven. She's actually different. If you listen to her sound, she actually has dope songs.
Yeah.
Like dope songs. Her flow when she raps is top notch. But then look at, she's not popping.
Yeah.
Because definitely she wants to stick to her sound. And I know that when people start tilting towards that kind of sound, oh my god, hot cake. That's exactly what I think about, artists who want to have a different sound and just stick with it. Really just hope, but because, I would say one person that has successfully done that, Charlie Poppy.
Yeah.
And I think why he has successfully done that is because he is much more relatable.
Yeah.
We used to talk about relatability when it comes to music.
Yeah.
So I feel like it is, it's much more relatable. But for the rest, we really just hope that, they pop some.
So I think for that, I think the next gen are actually redefining what music and the taste of music is and will be. Because for what it's worth, you can't tell a Gen Z, for example, to start enjoying a Kessie or maybe give me another name. Wasiu Ayinde, Barrister, all them people, or like Osita, or Sadebe, all those people. They're not akin to that. That's not the era, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But if you're privileged to come from a home like I did, that that played those old songs, then okay, good for you.
Yeah.
But this young gen, even kids are giving birth to kids, so you want them to be listening to what? A lot of people they don't even know Bracket or Brick and Lace self. They don't know them. They don't even know. Give me like the guys that were popping in the 2000s, for example. Akon.
I'm not sure they knew Akon.
They don't know.
The
they don't know.
Platinum Boys.
So I mean, like there are too many names to mention. They know Don Kaminti. Where they want to start from?
They should actually.
They can't even figure it out.
Maybe some.
Marvelous Benji.
Maybe
where you
some
want
of them.
African China. Where you want to know them?
Maybe some of them. Maybe
you get
some.
And with this guy that sang Zaro Kome Maria, what's that his name again? I've forgotten his name. So I mean, they're like super amazing artists. Not be Pella go live stream, go they talk say who be
Runtown. That's true. Oh,
so come on, like there's a new gen of listeners. There's a new crop of listeners, and these guys need to actually realize that okay, there's a new crop of listeners, and we have to actually channel music that appeals to their senses and appeals to their emotions and appeals to their taste. And this is why these guys are popping. For somewhere like Lifestyle Steady, people no go actually really like deep now. Just give it like a couple years. So she has to stand her ground.
Yeah, exactly. Until people start tilting towards that side.
And remember, Professor Thames told us, try different genres.
Yeah, don't stick to just one. Don't constrict yourself.
Yeah,
that
because I was reading one of the tweets from Joey Akan. Joey talks quite a lot, but I like him. I respect him. He's an authority, in the game. And I was talking about the decline of the culture and the dependence on the big series, this one and that. It's like we're not even looking. because right now it's tanking. There's nothing holding it. Maybe because we've actually really hyped up ourselves more. That's a different conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But I mean, big ups to these guys, and I hope that they stay true to themselves, because if the music is not working right now, but they are true to their sound and understand what it does, have a small fan base of people who actually really love you and all that. Even if you can do like a show and invite 100 people or 200
They'll
people and they're
turn
going to
up.
turn up for you, that's a win. Come on now. It
You
doesn't
win
matter if you're
actually.
signed to DMW or you're signed to Maven or you're signed to
Yeah.
YBNL or whatever. Just stay true to your sound.
Mhm.
One day, I feel peak. But there's some people who are lucky that the sound that they come with is something that everybody likes in the
Yeah, in
moment.
the moment, exactly now. Charlie
Whether yeah.
Poppy, great example.
So yeah.
You know, when you were talking about, numbers now, 100 people, I saw a particular tweet, but I can't remember who actually said it, that, you know what, still talking about culture, that a lot of artists now and fans even get so carried away with the sold out word, that word sold out, instead of focusing on the fact that if you actually sell out a 5K capacity, 2K capacity in a country where your song or your kind of music is not dominant, it's supposed to actually be a win.
I see what Victoria is doing. Is anybody actually even shining light on it because they feel like maybe he's doing
It's
small
not doing
venues?
small venue, but
But
he's
he's
actually
happy.
doing it.
And come on,
Yeah.
I watch the videos
Look
from
at
all
the
the
stubborn,
stars.
like all the every single show was packed.
Come on
And
now.
the audience singing back, oh my god, it's
Come
just
on
so
now.
beautiful. I
Come
just hope that there's that mindset shift from sold out to actually understanding that these people, even if they're just 1,000, like 1,000 people in a country where your culture, your sound is not dominant, I think it's actually a win, and they should actually understand that yes, it's a win, and just forget the sold out, sold out.